Hey guys, Gerry and I here to talk about situational awareness while you're loading your kids in and out of the car. Maybe it's not even kid related, maybe it's your groceries or a suitcase or whatever. Situational awareness around your car when you're most complacent and not really paying as much of attention as you should be. This is a huge location, a huge spot for an attacker to gain advantage on you quickly because of, obviously, if you're in a parking lot or something like that, they can use vehicles, buildings, or even your own vehicle against you to try to stay out of sight and can get up on you very quickly. So take it away, Gerry.
All right. So a way that I found when I'm putting my daughter in the car, because everybody knows how difficult it is if you have children. So when I'm putting my daughter in the car, obviously you have to turn your back to the public, whatever's outside. So what I do is I put my daughter in the car, the child's buckled in the seat, and as you're buckling the child in, you adjust the mirror so that you can see what's going on behind you. So as you're fiddling with the straps, you can check the mirror to see what's going on behind you.
This technique, I can see Gerry from well off, and I can now speak to him, tell him, give him commands, figure out if he's good or has bad intent, and handle the situation as I see appropriate, whether that's grabbing my child and running back inside or taking it to him and letting him meet Jesus early. Right, so these child mirrors are obviously, the point of them are for children, right? But whether you have kids or not, this is a great tool to help you have a little bit more awareness and knowledge of your surroundings while you're dealing with your car, whether you're loading things into the trunk or into the back seat. So let me give you some options and show you how with Gerry.
So you're going to mount this on the seat just like you would before. It doesn't have to be permanently mounted. We can set this right in here and adjust the mirror. Sorry. So as you're loading stuff in the vehicle, your head's in the car, you can actually see everything that's going on behind you.
You can do that for your back seat as well as the trunk. It's a great tool that costs 10 bucks that has dual purpose, right? It's for our kids, but if we don't have kids, it's also a great situational awareness tool. All right, guys, how do you secure your off-body carry when you're trying to put your kids in the car or groceries or whatever? So I see a lot of people, they tend to put their purse in the front seat, get the rest of the stuff out of their hands, and then they come back here. Well, if your purse is in the front seat and your gun's in your purse and the boogeyman comes up on you here, what are you gonna do, right? There's no way you're gonna be able to go and access that. It's out of your way. It's not even an option anymore. So you've seen my videos with the carabiner. Another option of how this could help. Could easily attach it to the side, to the seat right in front of you to keep it higher so that your access to obtaining that firearm is a lot quicker. Or if you don't have that, or you don't want to buy the carabiner or whatever, even it being right here, just on the floorboard, excuse the mess of my car, is better than it being in your front seat where you can't access it whatsoever. So make sure maybe there's a piece on the child seat that you can hook it onto just to keep it a little bit higher so your ability to access it is faster and more efficient. But it needs to be somewhere here. Even if you just keep it on your back, at least you have control of it. You know where it is. It's possible for you to access it, even if it takes a little bit of time. All right, how many of you ladies carry off body and leave your purse in the seat next to you while you're getting gas, going into the store, whatever? Let me caution you against this. How quickly someone can open the door and take your purse, and not only is it a hassle to get new license, checkbook, social security number, which is a huge thing right now for criminals, is the fraud. It's more lucrative and harder to prove and catch those guys, that some of them are actually leaning away from the drug game because it's so much easier for that. But on top of that, you have a responsibility to maintain control of that firearm. So by leaving it and exiting your car, to, even if you leave your door open, to go over here and pump your gas, you're gonna see how quickly Gerry can get into that car, open the door, and grab it. So I'm pumping gas. I realize the door's open. I try to get it. I mean, it's gone, right? So a lot of you ladies will say, well, I lock my doors. Okay, I'll show you now how quickly that can happen. So the only difference is he could break the window and come in and still be able to grab that bag fairly quickly before I could ever do anything. Or even with the gas tank on this side, I could be pumping gas, maybe not as observant as I need to be, or even if I am, he's still gonna be able to get into that car and I may not even have a chance to grab him or do anything about it, especially while pregnant. So what are the other options than leaving this in the seat next to us, even if we're just pumping gas? Take it with you. I know sometimes that's a pain, but one, what's the point of having a firearm that you are carrying concealed if you don't have it with you, right? It's no use to you. If you're going inside the store and you need it in there and it's in your car, well, that's tough, right? So always take it with you. Just like I talk about in our courses, how likely am I going to be able to get this back? I can fight him off, I can try. Does he have a weapon, etc.?